Like we always do about this time, I am Cornbread Capone, and this is Unpopular Honesty, the home of brutal honesty and real hip hop music. And
Yes,
today, my
sir.
special guest is back for the second time, DJ Wizz. What's going on with it, brother?
Yes, sir. It was cracking, man. Was cracking. It's
Man,
cracking.
it's been a lot that's been happening since the last time we had a conversation, which wasn't that long ago.
Yeah,
Uh,
about a month ago, we was, about a month ago, we just had a talk, which is
yeah.
good, which is good.
Uh, where do we begin, man? Where do we begin? I'm gonna
Oh
ask you.
man.
You know,
Hey man, we can start with this full nine Olympics Cypher thing. We can start with that if you want to, cause I don't know if you just noticed, like just a few hours ago, I got the well, moments ago, I got a notice that the video been taken down. Did you see that?
really?
Yeah, the
No,
video been taken down.
I didn't know
Hmm.
that. I didn't know
Yes,
that.
it's a little bit of controversy, I guess. That's what we could call it. You know what I mean? Let me go. Let me look this up. It says we have a hater on the loose.
Oh,
Yeah, let me go back to the post. Actually, hold on, y'all. Hold on, because I want to be exact when I say this. Because she
okay.
had posted this about an hour ago. Yeah, she said JB Molly got the video taken down off of YouTube. So whoever JB Molly is claiming that they stole the beat, man, come on, bro. That was a white supremacist move, bro, for you to try to go after them like that just because I guess you didn't get to make it on there. That's sad, bro. It's sad, and whoever this JB Molly person is, man, they need to be packed the fuck up out the city, bro. Like, how you gonna do a show in the city now?
Man, that's crazy.
I
I didn't even know none of this had went down, so this is brand new to me. I mean,
right.
that's crazy. What I was gonna say is, ciphers have been going on for years.
Right. It's
Uh,
nothing new, right? Big
yeah,
facts.
nothing new. To really, I want to have this conversation for people that probably don't make music and have questions because I've already been questioned. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it again. People ask me, well, why wasn't you a part of it? And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
me in particular, and I say, well, for one, there's division out here, and that
Right.
and that division is between young and old. If you notice, young
Yeah.
artists don't really deal with older artists. Older artists really don't deal with younger artists, and
Yeah.
I can see it on both sides. And
But honestly, that's the problem with the city. All of these egos, and to be honest with you, we all in the same boat. So I don't understand why a person who's just as equal as you, honestly, you feel as though you intimidated or not just for you. I mean, I ain't talking about you, I'm talking about the city as a whole. They intimidated or it's like they don't want to be seen next to somebody. When you looking at a cipher, it's not about no one individual person. Because honestly, I've always wanted to do a cipher. But the reason why I won't do it is because I know that everybody that I want to be a part of it not gonna want to be a part of it. Because I already know that it's certain artists that don't mess with certain artists. But at the end of the day, you got to realize that that cipher is about you, really and truly. It's your chance to show that you've proven to be talked about. And that's what I like about the cipher. I'm not gonna lie. I learned about two brand new people that I'd never heard of. Well, I ain't gonna say two. It was a lot of people, but it was three people that stood out. The very first girl who started off, oh my God, she was awesome. She started the flow off correctly. I felt like she grabbed attention. And then there was a chick, Black Cat. Man, her verse, I've never heard of her, never seen her nowhere. But mind you, I've been out there, I've probably been gone from the city about 5 years now, considering it's 2025. But don't get me wrong, I dipped in 2021 and 22 and did some events here and there. So it's not like I've been completely absent from everybody. So seeing brand new energy, brand new voices, I was really impressed. I'm not gonna lie. I was highly impressed because I've been saying that Bowman don't have a new talent. You know what I'm saying? And that cipher proved me wrong. But I will say this, and I'm saying this to all the heavy hitters who claim that they rappers in Bowman. Where were y'all? I'm being honest. Like, I feel like that was your opportunity to say, to show that we still need to be considering you in the rap game. Because a lot of these rappers have not put out nothing for a long time, living off their old accolades, man. They don't count these days. You know, this cipher was an opportunity for you to say, hey, man, I'm still in the game. I'm still doing. I might not put no record out, but I still got it. You know, and I felt like a lot of rappers who claim they represent the city dropped the ball because y'all didn't show up, because that was an excellent opportunity. I don't care who you was as an artist, that was a free opportunity for you to showcase your skills and get some light shed on you. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of names I could call. I felt like they should have been in the cipher. I mean, it's a lot. But
I agree with what you're saying about
yeah,
the artists and the output, and you
yeah.
got artists out here who probably haven't put out music in a while, and but at the same time, we have to keep it real. If it was open to everybody, a lot more people would have been there. But
Oh, it definitely was open.
a lot of people don't even know who the person was who organized it.
And that's really what the basis of it is about. The organizer is a new artist. I'm not gonna lie, but I ain't gonna
Okay.
lie, but I'm not gonna lie, but because all right, I was a part of that very first 409 media mixer, and I met her there at that show. She was very cool. Didn't know her from a can of paint, but she she greeted everybody. In a sense, you know what I mean? She didn't just huddle off in the corner. She kind of greeted everybody. So before she got her whatever, I don't know what to call it, before she got her deal with Rainwater, I knew about her. So when she got to deal with Rainwater, I was like, okay, cool. That's kind of a good look for her. But then I kind of found out some stuff about Rainwater, like, she might want to back up out of that. But at the end of the day, what she's doing is a good look. But you're right. I feel like she should have really put the promo out of gathering people more first, like not so much rushing to the studio session and get whoever on it. Kind of reach out to certain people, because I know certain people got egos and they feel like, well, I wasn't invited, I wasn't, asked to do, and I get that point too, because if you don't know the person, then you probably didn't see it being open to everybody. But she definitely did have it open to everybody, but I guess if you ain't friends with her, you don't see it. So a promo run would have been more sufficient, in my opinion. Like, promo that a cipher is coming. If you want to be a part of it, okay, here's the details. That should have been a longer period, in my opinion. Because people in Bowman are slow. It takes time, but a lot of people don't know marketing. A lot of people don't know strategies and stuff like that. So it takes time for Bowman to catch on to stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Punch Factory. I feel like they're doing their job right now for us promoting things in a timely fashion for you to get the word out. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just say you want to do something, do it tomorrow, and expect everybody to know about it.
Right.
That's not logical. It's not typical.
Well, you brought up a great point. The cipher was organized by a new artist.
Yeah.
After I watched the cipher last night, I realized that out of everybody rapping, I was only familiar with three people.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and that's what I'm saying. Like that division between young and old, those
Yeah.
egos, that
Yeah.
plays a big part in why you don't see certain people at these
Yeah.
ciphers. Even
I,
I got a homegirl
yeah.
who, by all means, goes hard than a motherfucker straight out of Beaumont. You know what I'm saying? And we was chopping it up about a cipher that happened in Houston.
Yeah.
It was an all female cipher that happened in Houston.
You
And
talking about the one with Megan
I
and
was
them?
asking
Yeah.
her why wasn't she a part of that? And she was like, I guess because I'm not from Houston. And so I was like, oh, okay. And
Right.
then this cipher happened.
Yeah.
And she put a little something on social media today. And I told her, I say, we be chopping it up about this, and you know how it is. It's division between young and old. It's
Yeah,
division as far as politics is concerned, and it's division as far as personal beef. Now, whoever
all
got
of that.
personal beef with each other, I don't know nothing about that. Can't talk
Right,
about that. I
right,
could talk about the politics, and I could talk about the young and the old because the young and the old conversation actually affects me.
right, right.
You know what I'm
But but
saying?
but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and this not to call any rappers my age, around my age or whatever, old. But I'm just saying this: you got to stand on something. If you say you rap, then rap. At the end of the day, all that ego stuff, that shit get checked at the door because when it's pen and paper and beat and lyrics involved, that's all that matters. And you know, I'll give a shout out to Reaper G. You know what I mean? He got on that boy. You feel me? Because I know Reaper. He don't give a damn. He gonna eat the microphone. You know what I'm saying? And I respect him for that because I ain't never seen Reaper G back down. Shout out to Raw Product Distribution. You know what I'm saying? That boy ain't never back down from a challenge. And you know what I'm saying? You see him doing records with Boss and other people out of Beaumont that's really, got motion going. You know what I'm saying? And that's another point. I feel like, no matter what motion you got going, you're supposed to tap in with the city. And a lot of people, the veterans, the old heads, whatever you want to call them, man, you got to, and I get it. These young niggas don't know how to rap yet, but it's up to you to guide them because you represent the city. They
Is it up for
gonna,
now? That's a great point. I do want to ask you: is it up for us to go?
yeah, because yeah, yep.
Is it up for us to guide them when they don't want to listen to guidance?
But that's the thing, though. That's the whole point. See, you can't guide by trying to dictate or tell them anything. Know how you guide them? By putting in the work. Your music should speak for itself. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? They're gonna want to follow you when they see your music doing what it's supposed to do. When they see you have emotion in the streets. That's what they respect. They don't respect you saying nothing. They respect what they can see and how other people react to you. That's what I've always noticed about our city for sure. Man, they move off reaction. If everybody else reacting to it, they finna react to it. You know what I'm saying? Cause they some monkey see, monkey do type of thing. I just hate to say it, but yeah, ain't no leaders in Beaumont. And I feel like that's why the rappers, the artists, don't want to lead. Man, come on, y'all supposed to be the leaders vocally. Y'all supposed to be our vocal leaders, speaking on our behalf, the ones who can't put the art form together.
And and
But
and that, and you brought up a great point. The rappers are supposed to be vocal leaders.
yes,
Okay, now here go a great question. I was
hmm
just talking about this earlier. How can rappers in Beaumont be the vocal leaders when rappers in Beaumont don't even want to embrace their own culture? Meaning, we rather sound like somebody else who's already popular in the game than to be original and be creative and be ourselves.
all right, you right. And I feel like that's why Tizo is above the stars. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't care about trying to be like somebody else. He was out the box. You feel me? And then look, bringing up Tizo, I gotta say this. I ain't like what was said on that cipher about Tizo. Whoever that cat is, I mean, I feel like that was a slug that shouldn't have been shot because Tizo had nothing to do with it. You should have kept his name out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? And to put it on a record like that, that was a bold move. I feel like I get it. I guess you was trying to big him up, but that ain't the way to do it because the way you said it, it sounded slanted. You know what I'm saying? It didn't come off as a big ups to him. You know what I'm saying? It kind of sounded kind of like a slanted slug. So I didn't like that.
I thought that verse was like, here he go trying to pull a 50 Cent how to rob. Let me
I
get
mean,
everybody attention by dissing everybody.
yeah, or something like that. And that dissing shit, that's some, like I said, that's some, you know, yeah, that's some non-FBA type of activity. We don't do that unless you really ready for some smoke. And that cipher wasn't the opportunity for no smoke, bro. And I'm just being real because somebody throwing you a curveball to hit a home run and you shoot a slug at somebody on your own team. Come on, that's foul play, bro. That should have been honestly. I this another thing. I feel like it should have been submissions for the cipher, not just. I mean, I don't know if it was or wasn't, but it would have been some verses that would have been like, nah, either you finna change that or you're not getting on the song, like straight up, because it's just certain things it's two things that I can. That was one of them. Dude shooting a slug at Teaser. I'm like, nah, you can't be doing that, bro. Like that wouldn't have never flew on my cipher. Like,
I want to
But
ask you. I want to ask you something. Do you consider Tizo Touchdown a rapper?
he's an artist.
He's an artist. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
He's an
But do
artist.
you consider him a rapper?
Uh, I would say artist slash rapper, yeah. Because I mean, he has the ability to rap if he wanted to. You see what I'm saying? And it's like melodic raps sometimes. So you
I
know,
don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't consider him rap. You know what I mean?
I feel you. I feel you.
And he's an artist. Just like, okay, for instance, there's a few other artists out there who I could put in that category.
Right.
Travis Travis Scott I can put in that category. Tyler the Creator I can put in that category. Chance the Rapper I can put in that. He got a weird name.
Mm,
Somebody that don't rap, but whatever.
eh.
I could put all
So
those names in the same category and say that they're artists, but I can't necessarily say that they're rappers.
so would you consider Big Mo a rapper?
No, Big Mo wasn't a rapper. Big
Wow.
Mo was actually singing.
But I beg to differ. He did rap at times.
Yeah, like Man was a rap.
I mean, it was a lot of stuff that he rapped on, but
Yeah,
I
you know what I'm
mean,
saying?
you,
But his thing was, what I'm saying, the harmony, what I'm
right,
saying, the
right, right.
melody.
All right, I feel you on that. But see,
Just like Nate Dogg. A lot of people would say, is Nate Dogg a rapper? No, he wasn't. He was a singer. You know
but
what I'm
if you
saying?
but if you look him up, he's going to be listed as an American rapper slash singer. He would be considered like both. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing though. Like nowadays, you can be more than just one thing as an artist. You know what I'm saying? You can sing and rap, and that's what I think. That's why you consider it an artist instead of just being a rapper or a singer. Because
Yeah,
you
see
encompass
me. See,
because some artists are producers and singers. You know what I mean? So that makes them the artists. That's
right.
just my philosophy. It's not really technical, I guess, but that's just how I think. You know what I mean? A
But
person is an artist when they encompass more than just one talent in the music genre.
and
If
that's
that makes
cool.
sense.
But
Yeah.
to me, rap stands for rhythmic American poetry, beats
I
and
get it.
rhymes.
I feel
So,
it. I feel it. I feel it.
because my
I
my
feel it.
rappers who are on my top five, they didn't
Yeah.
sing.
Right,
They
right.
came with the bars.
With the
So,
balls, right, right. I can
so
respect it. Like it's a difference between rappers and artists. That is a big difference, and I give all right. I take your point. Tizo is not a rapper. If we going by that logic, Tizo is not a rapper. No,
yeah,
not
because
at
I
all.
listen to the music and I'm like, this ain't rap. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Like,
nah,
you
nah.
know what I mean? Like this is
It's like
I would define it as alternative.
pop alternative, one or the other. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to ask you that. Now,
But is
uh,
that a problem though? See what I'm saying? Is that a problem? Him
I
being in a
mean,
different genre.
I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I write them off. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the Kevin Samuels of this rap shit, which
Which
means I'm gonna be brutally honest about
right.
what rap is and what rap is not.
But what you
Anything
mean?
that I
What you
deem
mean? What you mean by write them off though? What you mean?
like, okay, like I said, Tizo Touchdown, Travis Scott, Chance the Rapper, Tyler the Creator, Future, they're not rappers to me. I
Okay.
don't so when their music come out, I don't listen to that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like I
damn.
don't, you see my platform, I don't talk about none of them people. Why? Because they're not hip hop. They're not a part of the culture. J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Nas, Jigga, those are MCs. Those are
Right, right,
lyricists.
right, right,
Those are rappers. So you're
right,
gonna
right,
hear
right.
me talk about those people because
I
they are
got
a
you.
part of hip hop. They are a part of
Right, right,
rap.
right. But
But
don't you? But don't you think that all music encompass hip hop? Like we sample. rock, alternative, and pop music all the time. So I mean, they could be considered a part of the genre in that light. Like, cause some people might want to take a Tizo song and sample it in a hip hop song. You feel what I'm saying? And then maybe, not him actually rapping on the track, but him being featured on the track, will kind of shed some light on him being a more complete artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of people, I feel like they want to figure out how to do music with them, and that's a way. Like, you can sample them, and then boom, you got a Tizo track in a sense. You know what I mean? Because like, let's say he don't do rap or don't want to do rap, but that's how you can make it happen. Because I feel like him as an artist, he can accomplish whatever he want to. Because I mean,
You know something interesting that I pay
because
attention to?
it's all poetry at the end of the day, like you say.
I pay attention to what happens after they get on. And he's not the only artist that I've seen get on,
Mm-hmm.
but the same thing that he has done is no different from what the other artists have done. They get on,
Mm-hmm.
what's the first thing they do? They move away from the city. They go somewhere else where they can flourish, and rightfully so. But they don't bring nobody with them, or they don't come back and get somebody from the town to feature on their shit to help the next person out. Like back in the day, for instance, when my brother was alive, God bless his soul, and we was
Mm-hmm.
young teenagers rapping on the streets of Beaumont, we made a deal with each other, a verbal agreement. We said,
Mm-hmm.
look, if you get a deal before me, you come back, you help me out. If
Right,
I get a
right.
deal before you, I'll come back help you out.
Of course, of course.
When my brother got a record deal in the year 2000, I was living in Houston. He signed a deal in Houston. He came, got me. And he was like, hey, remember when we was talking about deal and this, that, and the third? He's like, yeah. He was like, shit. He showed me the paperwork. He was like, check this out. I just got a deal. Come on, ride
Right,
with me. You next.
right, right.
And that more than likely would have happened at that time. The only reason why it didn't is because later he went to prison.
Okay.
But that story was just to show you that, that's how it's supposed to be. But we seen people that come up, get theirs, blow up, sign deals, move out the city, but they don't help nobody out. They barely come back to visit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the truth of the matter. Now, why isn't one of Tizo's musical friends featured on his project? We ain't seen that yet. You know what I'm saying? Why hasn't he came back to Beaumont to film a video? We ain't seen that yet either. You know what I'm saying? So it's just real questions. You know what I'm saying? And
Well,
I'm,
well,
I'm saying,
I, I
okay,
I can say this. I mean, I don't know exactly all the details of Tizo's situation, and I don't know exactly what he doing. But I will tell you this: when you sign to a major label, you sign, not your friends. You know what I'm saying? So he got to do what he have to do to keep his job. You got to remember that that's his occupation now. That's how he, pay his bills and feed his family or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of everybody. Well, that comes with certain obligations that he has to fulfill. You know what I'm saying? Now, I get what you're saying. Trust me, I get what you're saying. But I'm saying I don't know how much time he got, you know what I'm saying, on this deal, what kind of moves he can make. Cause I know what it's like to be signed to a label. And you have to do what the label tells you. You can't just do what you want to do like you used to do. You know what I mean? And relocating might be because of the opportunities that are presented. He, might have the opportunity to do this and do that, where you have to be here to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like Beaumont, ain't nothing shaking in Beaumont. You know what I'm saying? And Beaumont ain't give you your deal. You got your deal in LA or New York or wherever it was. You know what I'm saying? So um at the end of the day, you have to fulfill your obligations that you signed up for. And a lot of people don't understand that aspect of the game because we got the Beaumont mentality. You know what I'm saying? But once you start moving around and seeing the world, man, like it's a lot of things going on. And you have to move a certain way as an artist because you don't no longer represent yourself. you represent this artist, this label. I'm sorry, you represent this label now, and this label is much bigger than any one person. You get what I'm saying? So it's obligations that he trying to fulfill, and maybe once he fulfill his deal, he's able to have, because most artists do that. They don't really start making the big moves that they want to make until they go independent. You know what I'm saying? Once they get out their major deal, which may last 2 to 6 years, depending on how long they sign for. Some people stay within the label because it's the best option for them. They don't know how to run a label and manage themselves and that this, that, and the other, or they don't have a team because everybody, like you said, you came up with your cousin. You said, I'm sorry,
My brother. That
your
was my
brother.
brother. Yeah.
Okay, Tizo might not have a brother or might not have people around like how you had. You know what I'm saying? People's situations are different. So I don't know Tizo that well. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him perform in the city of Beaumont before he got signed. Yeah, I could say that. But I don't know him that well because, he was much younger than me. They moved at a different, pulse. I was with the older crowd doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm proud of him because throughout all, how our city is, throughout all the hate, he rose above all that, bro. And honestly, like I've seen him come back to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because he was just at the Visionary Awards. I think that's what it was called. He was there at that one. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was happy to see him. All who went to participate. But I'm saying this to say that everybody in Beaumont don't be involved with everything because, like you said, all the egos and the beefs. Man, you got to get involved with stuff, bro. Like I was involved with like I ain't killed by nobody beef. I was involved with everybody who was out there. You know what I'm saying? And then at one point in time, I seen you out there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that you got to be out there touching hands and feet and shaking hands with people because those relationships make you as an artist. You know what I'm saying? That makes you, because like if I'd never seen Tizo before he blew up, I would have said he was fake. He ain't from Beaumont, but I seen him come up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of him because man, Beaumont a hateful ass city, bro. They hate on everybody and everything and I feel like it's just because they can't do it. If that was you, you want everybody to cheer for you. So I feel like we gotta stop hating and just be happy. Generally, just be happy for other people's success. I'm happy for whoever out there doing their thing. If you feel like you at the top of your game, man, I'm happy for you, bro. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? But if you got some haters on your back, man, I'm gonna tell you this, man. Fuck them haters, man. Do you? You know what I'm saying? Long as you ain't degrade nobody and put nobody down, man, just do you. Live your life. Cause they gonna hate regardless. You know what I'm saying? And I'm living proof. Like I don't care what they say about me. I don't because who they got that's gonna equal up to what I've done? You don't got nobody.
I want to ask you about um was that an artist or was that the producer that got the song pulled down?
I'm not even sure because I don't even know this clown, man. Like I think dude sent me a friend request a long time ago, but he gonna be in friend request heaven
Was he
because
an
yeah,
artist? Was he an artist
I
that was in the cipher?
I don't think he got to make it in the cipher or something.
Oh,
Because when I'm reading the comments, they saying that he pretty much he put a verse on it and he posted it up to sound no not was it SoundCloud they said? Let me go back in here. But they said he posted it up on his distribution and
oh,
claimed that so he claiming the rights to the beat, which
oh,
I guess because they had to wait till everybody verses was finished to actually submit it because they say he submitted his a while. Yeah,
wow,
he registered with the BMI. He dropped his verse 9 days ago and registered it on BMI. So he
wow.
really trying to mess everybody over, dog. And that's come on, dog. That's
That's
clown.
cold.
That's clown
Well,
shit.
now, I mean, now that did turn into a whole nother other situation. Now
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
far beyond what we were going to talk about.
yeah. He messed it up.
Damn, like I
He
had
messed
no
it up.
idea it was that serious. Damn, that's
Oh
fucked
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Because I know, for one, all those artists who participated and who were in the video that I saw, I know each and every last one of them are upset
Yeah, that was their time
And
to shine, bro.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I mean, damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that dude a clown. They, he ain't gonna make it in the city of Bowman. He ain't gonna go nowhere in Bowman or PA. I mean, come on, let the everybody on this record, and that's what you do, man. He really made some angry people. He made some enemies off of trying to clout chase, bro. Like, okay, you not on it, bro. Just chill, bro. You get on the next one, like. But there we go with this ego stuff, you know. That,
What
but
do
I'm
you
gonna
think
say,
of? Because I've been dealing with that shit for a long time, and I've been rapping over 30 years, and I don't have an ego. You know what I'm saying? And I want to ask you, how how do people with no platinum plaques, no number one records, no Grammys, no awards, have an ego?
all right, I'm
How
finna
is
go
that
off.
possible?
I'm finna go off right now. Cause half of them bitch ass niggas ain't got no accolade. They ain't went gold. They ain't went dirt. These pussy ass niggas put up shit on YouTube and just think they the fucking god. Say man, say dog. You guys have not put out. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna give a shout out to Biggs. Biggs right now, and that's my dog. That Biggs is my dog. Jay Biggs is my dog, and he know it. Shout out to my boy Beto. You know what I'm saying? Like I envisioned that because we had a conversation a while ago, and I told him, "Now, you got it." I told Biggs, "You got it." I told him this. Now you can see his album got everybody in Houston, got Steve Jackson posting it. Man, I'm so proud of my dog Biggs because y'all just don't know the conversation we had. You know what I'm saying? And I envisioned this time for him. But I know it's more coming because he got a sound and he got a drive in him too. He just needs sometimes somebody to be like, all right, come on, nigga. Somebody to just nudge him every now and again. You know what I'm saying? But because I've been knowing him since school, he been a dog on that microphone. And he just needed uh, that right combo to make his shit right. And a lot of artists in Beaumont are really just lazy, man. They don't do their homework. You know what I'm saying? They don't pay attention to what's their surroundings. They don't take advantage of opportunities right there in their face. And all they do is complain and bitch and act like somebody's supposed to give them something. All them cats want a handout, like a deal supposed to make their life better. But they don't understand the logistics of how to even get a deal. Your machine got to be well oiled and moving before a label will even consider looking at you. You know what I'm saying? Like this, they not in the game of building artists no more. They been stopped artist development. They not doing that. You got to be a well-developed machine. And if you don't know what that means, get your ass out the game, dog. Cause it's too late. It's 2025, bro. We got AI. We don't need no new rappers, honestly. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. But if you're gonna make a contribution to the game, make sure you put your motherfucking foot in it, bro. Because you got legends like Scarface up the street, bro, that represent Texas. You got Bun B in your backyard. You got wait, you got DMD. I mean, I can go on and on, really and truly about the legends from our area, our area. But at the same time, who next? See my point?
Well, I
Who
mean,
next? Because
now,
ain't
now
nobody
that
consistent.
now that brings me to another thing because we talking about the politics, the logistics, the meaning,
Nah,
the
hey
division, and all
man,
that.
when
But
you
I
got
want to talk to
hey,
you about the audience because the
when you got
audience has a play
when
and a
you
factor in
got
this too.
when you got motion, guess what? The ocean rock to your fucking beat. Case in point, J Biggs. Like I said, he moving that motherfucking ocean. Why? Because he decided to. And all I'm saying is, artists gotta stand for something, man. I ain't no excuses, bruh. You got easy. Our excuse back in the day used to be we ain't have access to making beats. Guess what? Everybody making beats now. You can download Fruity Loops for free. Man, call if you need a production software, call me. I'll hook you up. I give you the software, all the sounds. I give you the recording program. I give you all the plugins. You ain't got no excuse these days on sound quality, studio equipment cheap as hell. Man, ain't no damn excuse for artists, man. I ain't cutting no slack. Now, the only problem I see with these lazy ass artists, because I was just talking to my nigga, OGSUC, DJ Gold. We had this conversation about these artists. You know what the problem is with artists? Artists don't do their job. Your job as an artist is to put the music in the right people's hands. They got so goddamn lazy, they posting that shit on YouTube. They think everybody supposed to have it. No, I'm not following you. I ain't talking about you directly. I'm talking about every individual artist. I'm not following you. I don't even know you. It's your job to come up to me as a DJ because you found out that I'm a DJ. It's your job to approach me and be like, hey, man, this is my record, man. If you ever get the opportunity to play my record, man, I sure appreciate it. And if you're able to tip a DJ, that's how you definitely get your record played. Second way, become friends with DJs. Everybody's so egotistical, acting like they the man. They ain't gotta. You gotta respect my. No, I'm at my job, and guess what? I don't have to play nothing but what I have. If I don't have your record, I can't play it. And it's inappropriate to approach a DJ while he in there cooking and tell him, "Hey man, throw this in there." Man, hold up. I seasoned this blend already. I got it how I want it. I'm gonna need you to put your order in for next week, big dog. Because as a DJ, everything's in the brain. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know about these other DJs who be whoop de wooing with they playlisting. But us veteran DJs, everything's up here in the head. We know how we want our day to go while we working. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, we'll take those instant orders sometime. But to have a DJ stop what they doing, have to go to the internet to download your music personally, that's an insult. Especially if you didn't tip. You know what I'm saying?
I understand everything you're saying. We're talking about everything else, but we have not talked about the audience.
Okay.
At the end of the day, the audience chooses who they want to listen to.
That's the motion. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's the motion.
Now, if we talk about Beaumont, if you ask me, in my personal opinion, it's a popularity contest.
The truth about it is, it's a popularity contest everywhere. You just gotta learn how to get popular. That's the truth. And you know how you
I
get
mean,
popular? You gotta mass promote. See, now man, you gotta get outside of Beaumont. That's why Tizo made it because he didn't worry about Beaumont. And honestly, that's how I made it. I stopped giving I cater to Beaumont. I do everything in Beaumont style. But guess what I do? I promote outside of Beaumont. I know Beaumont gonna get it. Y'all right here. Y'all can't help but get it.
okay.
But
Okay,
if you but if
let's take Beaumont
yeah,
out the conversation.
okay.
Everybody everywhere listens to music primarily on their phone. And in
Yep.
every app they open, it is a search engine,
Yep.
which means they have the choice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you ask my personal opinion, people are choosing to listen to music that they can relate to for
Facts.
whatever reason that is.
Facts.
If you look at the numbers and what people are listening to the most, I would say people like bullshit
I agree.
because the bullshit has the highest numbers.
I agree.
The music, there's probably only one rap artist right now who's a star bigger than life who really people really should be listening to.
Who is that?
And that's Kendrick. And then you have other artists who don't have his shine, but they have that skill set.
Okay.
But
I
the
agree.
difference between Kendrick and them is Kendrick music is all over, and their music you have to go look for.
Okay. Now, do you know why Kendrick music is all over? Do we know that part?
Well, mass marketing, promotion, radio play, spins, because I mean the man is on tour. He's in
Right.
every
Right.
market.
Right. So, all
You
right.
can't turn around without hearing that. You know what I mean? Really?
Right. So,
So
all those aspects make him larger than life in the music game, right?
that
We
the
can.
numbers, the accolades, the records
I
that
mean,
he's
I mean,
breaking.
I mean, but hold on. Let's take away the accolades and don't even worry about the numbers. What I'm saying is, by him being mass marketed everywhere, doing the shows, being on commercials, songs being promoted in other commercials. I mean, that's a part of the game, and it's a cheat code to that. You have to pay for that. That's all paid for. It's all
Right.
part of the marketing scheme. So I'm saying, you know, artists got to come up with their own marketing schemes. It could be on a lower budget. It don't have to be on that big major budget, but you have to at least work your area. You got to look at Cupid. Cupid does a great job by putting out great music, and he does a good job at marketing his music too in this area. And lo and behold, you see some of it coming up here. You know what I mean? Because great music spreads. That's the truth about it. I know a lot of artists who, and I must say this because this is the old rule. It might have sped up a little bit, but the old rule used to be it take 2 years for a hit to blow. And that means really spread its wings from being just a regional hit to a worldwide hit, a global hit. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 90s and early 2000s, it took about 2 years for a song to be over in Africa and this, that, and the other. But now we got this internet, social media. You know, a song come out 3 months ago, it's damn near in Africa and everywhere by the next 3 months. So in total 6 months, you got a worldwide hit now. You know what I mean? But it takes marketing and time. A lot of artists will put out one song and immediately move away from that song and start doing another song. And they didn't mass promote their first song enough to catch fire. You know what I mean? Like you got to really focus on putting out quality content. Therefore, you can make it last that stretch of, I don't know, this promotional period. Because like when you're a new artist, it takes time to be accepted by everyone. Because I get what you're saying. It's really a popularity contest, right? And you got to get everybody to kind of like your music. And you got to do it by being consistent. That one song, once it catch wave, yes, you let it spin the block a little bit, because we come into a generation now where like the major artists, because they are part of a label, they're able to pump out hits every 3 months from an artist. And a independent artist shouldn't move that fast, in my opinion. Should move a little bit slower than that because that one, if you got a real good song, you should be performing and getting your money off that song in your area.
Yeah. Well, I want to ask you about it was something about okay. You brought up something earlier, and I want to ask because there's a lot of people in this area who claim to be artists or rappers or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then you ask them, well, how can I hear you? Where's your music?
Right. Right.
Only from what I know, there's only a handful of artists within this area who actually have music on all platforms.
Right.
Most people have music on YouTube or SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
They're not official artists.
let's go. Let's even go past that. I talk to some artists and I ask them, I say, do you know what publishing is?
Oh, right, right.
And they say no.
Mm-hmm.
I say, do you know what? Have you read any books about the music industry? Like any music
No.
industry books at all? Like because now they got the, some music industry for dummies and, shit that you can read that's more simplified to where you can
Right,
understand it.
right, right.
They don't know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about publishing. They don't know nothing about masters. They don't know
Right.
nothing about none of that stuff. And I'm saying, well, how are you a rapper and you don't know none of it? If this is what you're gonna do, wouldn't you think you would need to know the important information that concerns you being paid?
I mean,
Because it's a
that's why.
lot of rappers that can't tell you what publishing is. They don't know what masters is. They don't know nothing about the logistics or the business side. They only
Right.
know about going to the studio and uploading it to YouTube. Outside of that, they don't know nothing
Yeah.
else. They don't know marketing. They don't know
Yeah.
advertising. None of that.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, how is this possible? But I want to ask you, even with the rappers who don't have no music on all platforms and not knowing the business, what do you think about that?
Yeah. Because they don't even know what an EPK is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that be where I have to start with them, because if you want to give me music, I need it in EPK form, just like you submitted to your distributor. You know what I mean? But um, what was your question again? I want to make sure I answer the question.
like you have a lot of people who are claiming to be artists, yet they don't have no music on all
Yeah.
platforms. They don't know nothing about the business side. They only know about being an artist. They don't even know how the artists get paid
Right.
or how much they're supposed to be paid.
Okay. So what's the
Or
question?
yeah, like so, like how can you be an artist yet you don't know the business?
Okay. So all
You
right, I get your
don't
question
have
now.
music
So
on all platforms.
so that's why I was saying earlier about them not doing their homework, not studying. You know what I'm saying? So they can't really. All they can do is sign a deal with somebody and hope that they get done right. Right. So and they in a losing situation because they not, studying their craft enough to care. I feel like, because me, I, I tell people all the time, don't go for a deal. That could be bad for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got motion, why would you sign a deal? Unless it's the right kind of deal, because I feel like they be tapping out to anything. Somebody say, oh, I'll sign you and give you this. And oh, you jump for joy over that. Well, you don't realize, let's say that was a label. If that label came to you, who knows what other labels was coming behind that? You know what I mean? You might have just stunted your growth by signing the first deal you got offered. You know what I mean? Like, I tell artists all the time, when you start getting approached, learn how to say no. You know what I mean? But that always go in one and out the other from what I see, because cats just sign for anything, not knowing that was a fluke the whole time. And the people was just trying to use you because they know that you finna springboard. So if they say that they the ones behind you, then they get all the money technically. So stay independent until you know it's right. That's my advice to all artists. But learn your craft, learn the business, learn the ins and outs of what you're doing, because it's to your benefit. It can actually make your music much better, because you know why pay for a studio when you can own your own? That's one reason, like, I would study, because once you learn, okay, how to record yourself and how to, produce yourself, you cut out a half your budget. You honestly make more money when them people come to sign. See my point? So studying could better you and get you ready for the industry, because like I said, they not developing talent no more. They're not doing that. You know, You're gonna have to.
The industry been dying a slow death for a long time. Now we only got it's what maybe three labels left.
I think the industry is dead. That's why I preach, you know, independency. Like, nah, do it. You got so many distribution opportunities right there on the internet. You don't have to even leave your house. Like I said, back in the day when I started doing music, the whole deal was we was always told you got to go to Atlanta, New York, or LA to get a deal, or even to put music out because we had no distribution outlets out here until I got a little bit older and found out about Houston had a few outlets, but I still didn't have the knowledge and know how to get into that. It wasn't until the internet age that I was able to learn about any of that. You know what I mean? So uh, that's why, and reading books would have helped me long time ago. But I'm not a book reader. You know what I'm saying? But you just got to learn how to fix your handicaps. Whatever you not efficient at, man, go find out how to be better at it. And that's what makes you a well-oiled machine. Because, like I said, the industry not signing just rappers. They're not doing that. It's more people that's getting signed nowadays do more than just rap. I'm pretty sure of that. Unless you just a phenomenal vocal talent, or that's for the singers. But for us rappers, man, I don't see them signing a bunch of rappers these days. They got AI,
Yeah, well,
which is
man.
sad. It's sad. It's kind of bad for the industry. I think that artists need to push back and start speaking vocally. Let's make some good music. You
I
know what I
mean,
mean?
Ice Cube was very vocal about not dealing with AI.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't really necessarily support that either. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And it's
yeah.
other artists. I mean, but a lot of people in large groups in mass have not came out and spoke about it. But I feel
Right,
like
right.
they will because it's a couple of people get like Timberland signed to AI artist, and he's receiving a lot of backlash for that right now. And
Yep, yep,
because people not feeling that, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And I can
Rightfully
understand,
so. Rightfully so.
and
Yeah, yeah.
but I wanted to ask you,
Mhm.
do you think that in light of this situation that just happened out here, do you think that we will see more ciphers from this?
Uh, I mean, I I I hate to say it like this, but I feel like the people who wasn't in that cipher finna try and do one, which is lame, 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 lame. You know what I
Why
mean? You
is it
should have
lame?
because you should have just been a part of the first one, like the Trident. I mean, because all right, I'm saying this: if somebody else want to do one, they need to wait a little bit. Need to wait a little bit. Let them have their shine. Because it goes back to that mentality that we got in Beaumont. We hating on each other for what, man? Let them be bad they shine, bro. I'm happy for every artist that got on it. Like a lot of them people I've never seen before a day in my life. But guess what? I'm happy that somebody's putting out content. You know what I mean? Now, like I said, she put it out to the public. Now she said she was gonna do a part two. You know what I'm saying? So be a part of the part two because the organizers trying to, I guess, not say make up for wrongs, but hey, if you wasn't included in the first one,
Well,
okay, it's a second opportunity, and I feel like
well,
people
in
should
light of
already
what
be
just
doing it.
happened, they gonna have to do this one over. They probably gonna do it over with a different
Well,
beat.
I mean, do a part two. I mean, yeah, because if it's on BMI,
But
it's probably not gonna be
that's
that.
that person, and we already established that that person is a young artist. So I don't
Yeah,
really see that young artist going get like some OGs and putting them on there.
I mean, I think that now that people see what's going on, if she do a round two, I think they'll be happy to reach out because I think they didn't see it the first time. Like I said, uh, I see it. I saw it because I follow her on Facebook, so I seen it. And a lot of my cousin follows her. She's like her number one fan. Keisha, Ayana, she love Whip the Rapper. You know what I mean? So she's always posting her content. It just, I guess people that are friends with me share her content, so I see it. So when I seen the cipher going on, I immediately, jumped in the group chat too because if I can help, I want to help. That was my mentality. You know what I'm saying? But this situation turned to something different now, and
Yeah.
I I just wish that like that type of spirit could just get up out our city, bro. Like that negativity, like, oh, I'm the man. Hey man, say man. Y'all disrespected that woman, dog. And I don't like that at all because you ain't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like that was her project. You knew that. You knew she was putting that work together, and to kind of just step on it like that, you're wrong, dog.
And they
Straight up.
say all it takes is one.
Yeah, yeah.
They
One
always
bad
say
apple.
all it takes is one person, and
Yep.
that's a reason why that problem underlies the problem that this city has had with rap. It's in
Right.
terms of the movements that were started, the
Yeah.
ciphers. Anytime artists get together, it's always one
Yeah.
individual who
Yeah.
got probably that one track mind or that ego that it's about me and fuck
Hmm.
everybody else and
Yep.
do something that fuck around and kills the whole thing. And it happens. I've seen it happen too
Yeah.
many times.
I
And
know.
to
I
hear it
know.
happen again, it's
Yeah.
like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like you can't win for losing, you know what I'm
I'm gonna
saying?
say this. At least they was able to put it up. Everybody saw it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got the video, so I'm not worried about it. Like, I I, I got the video for myself. So, and to me, it was I had to actually see it because who did the first Bowman long drive was my cousin Bub. So, and the go getters.
Right.
You know, I was there with them guys. You know what I'm saying? I was there at the creation of them rising up. Oh, I'm sorry, yo. My hold on one second. Let me lock this thing in place real quick. But now I was there with them guys, them in the creation of that thing and watching them put all that together and seeing them do their thing, man. Like them my guys. So when they said they was gonna do this cipher, I was like, yeah, I gotta see this. You know what I'm saying? Because um I remember there was another cipher like in 2010 that was done.
Yeah.
I can't remember everybody that's on that one, but I remember that cipher. That was a live one too. So to have another one in 2025, like to me, it's like generations. You know what I'm saying? So I like it. I really do. I just really feel like some of the people from 2010 era should have been in this cipher for sure. I'm gonna say that for sure because now that I think about it, I remember some of them in that cipher. They still, claim they rap and stuff, so they definitely should have been in this cipher, man.
I tried to do a cipher a couple of years ago and it didn't work because I couldn't depend on people to come even to show up to try
Yeah,
to get their shine on for themselves. And
yeah,
that's
that's
Beaumont
sad.
too. I mean, it's a
Yeah,
lot of procrastination, a
yeah,
lot
yeah,
of, dragging your feet, even when it comes to them getting a shine on.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
said, I don't want to deal with that. That's why I
I,
like,
I mean, but you know what it is because all right, let's keep it real. We rapping about diamonds and cars, and people know you finna go hop in a regular car. You know what I mean? And not in no Maserati, Maybach, or whatever you rapped about. You know what I mean? I mean,
right.
we not worried about that, big dog. Come on, man. We know that music is expressions and feelings. And, you feel like you riding in a Maybach. I support that. You know what I'm saying? Because I get it. Everybody ain't got it in the city, but we rapping it like we got it. It's cool, bro. We know. We ain't tripping. Come rap, come shine. We gonna hold you up on a pedestal. The real niggas is. The real niggas gonna hold you up on a pedestal, bro, because we want to see you make it. You feel me? We know we want to see you get ride up in that Maybach, but just don't shit on us when you get in there. You know what I'm saying? That's how it be. But still, I don't be tripping on it at all because I know why sometimes why people be angry. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna take them some time to get over that hurt. You just gotta pray for them, because at the end of the day, it's just hurt. You know what I'm saying? They feelings got hurt by somebody, and eventually they'll come out that hurt. It might morph into something else, but hopefully they can control it and figure it out, and just humble themselves at the end of the day and come back together because we all one family, man. Bowman gonna ride with you, man, if you stay down. You know what I mean? But a lot of cats will turn their back on the city, and I'm like, nah, that's not the right attitude to have because eventually you're gonna want your fans back, man. But I'm encouraging you don't lose your fans. You know what I'm saying? Don't get discouraged just because we know you still in Beaumont. Bro, we all still in Beaumont. You know what I'm saying?
I
But we
want to
gotta
know. I want to ask you this though, because I was trying to allude to this question earlier in the conversation.
yeah.
The audience, the people that listen to music that are not making music,
Okay.
is the Beaumont audience a loyal audience? Because, and the reason why I
Yep.
ask that is because this is why I ask, and you know this to be true, just like
hmm
I do, and I'm finna break it down for you.
Hold on.
Every
Let me get my drink. I'm listening though.
every time an artist
hmm
from out of town comes here to do a show, that show is packed. People fighting, police everywhere,
All of that.
packed.
Right.
Let an artist from Beaumont do a show out here, and it's the
I
opposite.
you know why? I'm finna tell you something. Man, I want all artists to hear me clearly. That can hear me. Stop thinking that every song you make is a hit. You gotta actually allow the people to pick your show for you. And I'm saying that because if your catalog is out there in rotation, the people are gonna tell you what songs they like. But that be the problem. The catalogs are not in rotation. Big's catalog was in rotation. He had a nice show. I ain't gonna lie, Lil O was there, but 409 I always get a crowd. They always get a crowd. So, and they always get artists all the time. But the highlight was Biggs. He had a nice show. And I think it's because his music was in rotation. See, like I'm saying, you gotta have hit songs, man. The music gotta speak for itself. The people that tell you, man, we want you over here. You, you can't force it on the people unless you got the money. Now, when you got the money, you supposed to put it in their face. I can name a person, but I ain't gonna do that. You supposed to put it in their face and make them like it. See, that's what the majors do. The majors are putting it in your face, and you like it because it's so big and over the top. You want to be a part of some balling activity. You know what I'm saying? So when cats are not really ball, and case in point, a nigga with a slab gonna always pull a crowd, no matter where he go. You see what I'm saying? So you got to have either some balling activity going on or your music got to just be on point. You gotta let your music speak for itself. Focus on that hit shit. If club music is what's packing the clubs, so shit, make you some goddamn club music. If it's the trunk music that they like it, make you some trunk music. Whatever it is, you got to. If you want to make money in a demographic area, you gotta cater to that demographic. Is this what they like? They want to hear line dancing, but I make you a line dance. They want to hear swing out. As an artist, you better make you a swing out song. See what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie.
I agree. I agree with what you're saying about the versatility, and I agree with what you're saying
Yeah.
about
You
making
can't
your music, having your music out there to where
hold
the
on.
audience picks your songs.
But I'm gonna say this. But if you just an artist that wanna do you, you gotta be comfortable with that. You can't be mad because the masses is not choosing your music because you stuck in your own world. You want to make music for yourself. Okay, then don't be mad because everybody want to go do this over here. If you, like I said, if you want them to buy your music, you got to get over there and make the dumb music that they want to hear. And how the industry has always been, bro. And because like when I worked in radio, it's plenty of songs that I couldn't stand. But because I worked at the radio station and they played this song every hour on the hour, I had to deal with listening to that shit. And you know what happened over time? I started liking that shit. Case in point, that song. I still hate the song to this day, but that song by Puff Daddy and Keisha Cole. Last night, didn't even need an answer. I used to
Hated this
hate
shit.
that. I thank you. But one day I'm sitting in the radio station and it just on, and I start tapping my toe, catching the beat, and then listening to this. I start listening to Keisha Cole. Like, oh, Keisha jamming on that boy. And I was like, okay, this song not that bad. And all of a sudden, now I'm tolerating that shit. But
That's
remember, I
because
hated that song.
that's because it's played so much as programming.
Right.
Programming.
So,
That's
so, so what we got to do as art independent artists, you got to program your impact on people. What I mean by that is not just your music, your brand, your logo, your t-shirts, everything that you encompass, you got to be indoctrinate that stuff online, making people borderline sick of seeing it till they love it. You know what I mean? That's what this job encompass. But a lot of people not fit for that task. They tire out. They got a 9 to 5 they got to go to. They got to feed their family with that because they're not making no money off music. Truth about it is, you ain't making that much money off music anyway. It's pennies. You're
yeah,
hustling hard.
and that's another thing because there's no more money in the music industry. That's why you see so many artists doing other things outside of music because they're more than likely getting more money from that outside venture, that
From your
business
9 to 5.
deal, than
Yep.
they are getting from their music. You
Yep.
know, and
Yep.
that's a reality too. You know what I'm saying? That's like not talked
Oh,
about. You know what I'm
and
saying?
what see, but see, I know that. So that's why I tell artists, man, if you ain't balling, man, go do something else. Because music is an expensive business to get into. And if you ain't grandfathered in type of thing, because it's like you said, it's a popularity contest to a degree. You and if you spent most of your life not making friends, this music industry gonna be hard for you because it's all about who you know.
yeah,
It's really about who you know the right people. You to the moon if you know the right people.
yeah.
But
I
you got to be
just
humble when you know the right
and
people. You got to be very humble.
in terms of what we're talking about as far as the audience in Beaumont, I just feel like they're not a loyal fan base because most people in Beaumont they don't listen to Beaumont artists unless they
Shit,
related to them, unless they
shit.
grew up with them,
All
you
right,
know them
all
or
right,
something
all
like
right.
that.
Uh-uh.
They really don't listen to Beaumont artists like that.
I gotta debunk you. I gotta debunk you. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna say one name, and you gonna immediately agree. You gotta agree with me on this one right here. Mike Mitch. How do young people know Mike Mitch, bro? They listen to Beaumont music. You just gotta be jamming. Let's just keep it real. You gotta be jamming.
Well, I don't think, with all due respect, I think that was just something that he did, and they play that to keep his memory alive because he's no longer with us.
Man, BPD
And
turned
and,
that
and
man
with
up.
all due respect, I'm gonna leave it like that. Now I'm talking about like I don't go out and I don't hear people jamming. What's my man who on the radio? Clover G Boss. He got records that's on the radio.
Right,
He's one of the
right.
only artists in Beaumont who has his records on the radio, and I don't hear people jamming him. What's your man
Well,
name who you just mentioned earlier? Your man Jay Biggs. I don't,
uh,
I hear people sharing his stuff online, but I don't hear people jamming it in the
well,
streets. And what I'm
I'm not.
saying is the audience out here is not really loyal like that. They really listen to outsiders, people from other states, other cities, more so than they listen to their own.
I'm not
That's
gonna
what
lie.
I'm saying.
I'm not gonna lie. I know my town. We some J Dog, zero loving ass niggas. I ain't gonna lie. We do. You know what I'm
And
saying? You can't.
that's a percentage because the young niggas not listening to that. The young niggas listening to the
I
niggas who rap off beat.
I mean, I give you that. I get because right now I don't know none of them niggas. I don't know young niggas. I don't. I'm
Right. I
sorry.
don't know him either.
I wish I did. I want to get in tune with the young crowd, but y'all got to tell me what's jamming because I don't know. I can't catch the beat. I guess I hear it. I vibe to it, but the lyrics, the offbeat lyrics. Oh my god! Can we stop it, please? We are the South, bruh. Everybody else do that offbeat shit. We have always been ride the beat, dog. We
Right.
always ride the beat a certain way.
Right.
We
And what
are
I'm
the South.
saying, that's what I'm saying. Like
So
I
these
think we could
young,
get so much further
yeah,
if we embraced our own culture. We
yeah.
don't need to do
I mean,
drill. This ain't Chicago. We don't need
I
to do
agree.
trap. This ain't Memphis.
I agree with you,
Let's
bro.
do
I agree
us.
with you. I
You know
agree
what I'm
with you.
saying?
I wholeheartedly agree with you on that one. Like we gotta do us because we got a unique style. Man, do you know everybody around the world know UGK? I
Yes.
go everywhere, and if people ask me where I'm from, I can say Beaumont. They be like, "Where's that?" I say, "You know Port Arthur?" They be like, "Oh yeah, UGK." You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, we have a sound that was given to us, and we
Right.
want to do other yeah, like it's some OGs that was always furious about that. Rest in peace, Big Bug. I think we talked about that a few times. About we
I
got a
feel the same
sound.
way. I mean,
We
I
and,
felt
and we
like
got to
that.
stick to it
I
because
felt like that watching the Cypher. I was like, damn, bro, like we gotta
it's a few
start
people. It's a
we
few
gotta
people. I
start
ain't gonna lie.
embracing our own sound, man. Cause
Yeah,
all this trying to sound like everybody else shit, that's not gonna get us nowhere, man. We just look like
yeah.
a copycat of what's already out there.
That's why I got to give a shout out to the first chick who started it all. I can't remember her name. And Black Cat, boy, they kept their sound and they was rapping. They was saying some shit that I was like, okay, them some bars right there. There's a few other ones too, but those two really stuck out. You feel me? Like them bars was like phenomenal bars. I'm gonna just give them that crown right there. Phenomenal bars, straight up. Especially from some females who I never seen before, didn't expect. I was like, oh, we got females that rapping, Boma. Like, where y'all been at? We had open mic nights. We had, and man, $2 Tuesday nights was open mic. Or I think we did do open mic on Tuesdays too, some nights. Like, bro, like I'm like, where was y'all at a couple years ago? Because I know ain't nobody been doing shows lately. Ain't
A
been too
couple of
many
years
shows in the
ago, I'm
city.
gonna be honest with you, a couple of years ago, it wasn't that many female rappers. But
It
what's
wasn't
going on out here is a reflection of what's going on in the industry also.
right.
Because there's so many
Right.
female rappers in the industry, now you got a ton of girls who are calling themselves rappers.
Rappers, yeah. And
And
I'm
now
like, where y'all
whether
come
they
from?
rapping or not is another question because
Yes, I'm gonna say it. Some of them just talking on there. And I'm gonna say this, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like females that talk about excuse my French. I don't like girls talk about their pussy on the record like that. That's all you got to talk about. Oh, it's so wet. It's I say, man, what you rapping about? That sex? Oh, you a hoe. That's how we look at you because you ain't got nothing else to talk about. But your body, I don't like that shit.
I say the same thing. I
And
mean,
and and females talking about murdering it. Nah, stop it. Stop it. Not saying you not capable of it, but come on, man. Like
y'all
hearing
don't
it
want to
from
hear
a
female drill rap either.
hearing a nigga talk about murdering a nigga sometimes is disgusting because it just depends on the situation and how he describing it. You know what I'm saying? But just
Right.
a female, just come on, bro. What are we talking about here? Can we put some real bars together that actually makes some type of connection to some type of I don't know logical thing that's
Nah,
happened? I don't anything.
I had a conversation with one of my homegirls who's a rapper in Houston on this platform. And we was
Yeah.
talking about grown women rap. which basically is the female equivalent of grown men rap, which is what's been going on this year. If you've been paying attention to what's
Like
been moving the needle as far as hip hop.
I'm gonna say this: it all depends on your content. If you talk about your body and just bullshit, like nigga talking about drugs all the time, and just dumb shit, yeah,
No,
it's
I'm
time for you
not.
to
I'm
check out
not
the
talking
game.
about that. I'm talking about grown men rap, grown women rap, and we was talk. I was talking to her about grown women rap about, you know, since you have so many voices that go against having a family, it would be refreshing to hear a woman talking about being a wife and being a
Okay,
mother and
right,
being
right,
and
right, right,
being
right,
loyal to her husband
right,
and
right, right,
setting a
right.
good example for her kids to see how a woman is supposed to be treated, how a man is
Right.
supposed to be. It would be interesting to hear all those perspectives
A
because you
MC, a MC light type of female,
basically, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying,
yeah,
with Lauren
right,
Hill level flow. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
So
Uh,
uh
I, I think it's time for it to happen. Like, like I said, people gotta mature in the game. Like you gotta, get off the childishness, in the rap game. Cause it's a lot of immature rapping, you know what I mean? Just popcorn raps. Oh, I just started rapping, so let me I've been see a mouse. I ain't bought a house. I done came down, got another spouse. Like anybody could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas freestyle all day. Like I'm a DJ, and from time to time I freestyle, but I'm never gonna put out no record. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a rapper, but I have fun bullshitting around the house. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I feel like a lot. I ain't gonna say a lot. A few of them was just, oh, I'm gonna try it. I don't know because to me it sound like it. I'm not gonna say that you are, but it's your raps sound like it. Not trying to accuse you of it, but your raps, it sound like it. Like it sound like you just started rapping. And if you're gonna represent the city in the 409 cipher, we don't need no just started rapping contestants. You know what I mean? Like this got to be the hard hitters. It got to come hard. You know what I mean? Because I remember the two before. It was some hard hitters. They had to have approval to get on, type of thing. Like, I'm pretty sure that.
Yeah.
But
I think
it
there's gonna be some more, but like I said, like you said, I think they're gonna wait. They're gonna start putting
yeah, it just
plans together and probably
yeah,
come
let
back in
breathe.
26 with something else. And
Yeah,
you know,
do that. I can respect it. Honestly, I can truly respect it if y'all let it breathe. Let these people have their shine next year. But 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 let's do this. If we gonna do one next year, put it out now that you're gonna do it so everybody can participate. You don't have to send out the track now, but let's get the list going now so that you can have everybody who wants to be a part of it. Schedule a date where everybody can be a part of it. You know what I mean? Like give it enough time. You know, people gotta learn how to play. Like if we gonna come together as a city, let's come together as a city, man. Let's put these egos aside, bro. We got an opportunity right now because honestly, I feel like they looking at us, bro. We got some light on us, but it's all about how we operate within the light, bro. Like they call us a trash city, man. We got to prove that we not. They say we dumb. They say we got no education. Man, I know y'all guys are smarter than that, man. Come on. I talk a lot of shit, but man, for real, come on, y'all. We got to do better. We gotta put our egos aside and say, hey, man, I'm willing to work with this person today. You know what I'm saying? I might not like this nigga, but let's see what we can make. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the music goes beyond one individual.
yeah,
And with
that's
that, I
good.
land my plane.
Yeah, man. Shit.
Yeah.
I appreciate you having this conversation with me because
Yeah.
um when I sent you that message earlier, I was in a bad mood.
Well, I knew you probably didn't want to talk about it, but I like, nah, you really need to because, like, honestly, it's a release that needs to happen with everybody. Man, we need to release that bullshit anger because who we mad at? Come on, man, you mad at your neighbor? Come on, man, your neighbor trying to make it just like you. So let's put our egos aside. Let's make some great music, bro. Cause I would let out a dirty secret, but I'm not gonna do that. But I'm gonna say this: UGK came together, bro. We need to come together like UGK. We need that UGK love in our city. You know what I'm saying? And pull out the Beaumont. Let's come together like all that red and blue shit, man. Hey, let's get some green, dog. We got some great artists in the city, but everybody mad at each other, got egos, wanna say, man, you ain't bigger than the next person, bro. Cause I'm no bigger than you. So I'm willing to work with anybody. I mean, if you need some advice, I'm willing to give it. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Hit me up directly. I got you. If you stuck, don't know what your next move is, probably got some game for you, bro. I know somebody who do. You know what I'm saying? But man, just gotta get out. We gotta get out our egos, man, and let's work together, man. Cause everybody deserve opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But it's up to you to do the work. You
Yeah,
gotta do your own work, nigga. This ain't I do the work for you and you show up and get the grade. Nah, bro. I'ma show you. You gotta do your own work. Mm. Because out of you doing your own work gonna make you great. I promise you that.
well, um, like I say, man, I appreciate you having this conversation with me. This was a much needed conversation, a conversation
Oh
that
yeah.
definitely needed to happen.
Right
And
on them.
uh, like I said before, we're gonna have to do this again because
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, this conversation is kind of ongoing. So
Oh
you know,
yeah, yeah. And the situation is fluid. Like, with the track being taken down, I'm willing to see I want to see how far this is gonna go because um, you know, well, I ain't gonna spill the beans, but yeah, man, fuck it. I had plans on making a remix version of the video, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm inspired by what they doing and I want to help the city grow. I want to put my little stamp on that thing, with woo the woo. We got this issue here. I mean, I know how I can get around it. I ain't tripping. I can put mine up tomorrow if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But um I want to see, I'm gonna give it a few days. I'm gonna see if they gonna allow it, because she said she gonna fight for it or whatever, whatever. I guess all she gotta do is prove she got the rights to the beat, or whatever, whatever. Proof. She got the producer right here or whatever she got. But yeah, I want to see how this gonna play out in the next few days. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Be looking out for that chopped up remix for sure.
already, man. Shit. On behalf of DJ Wiz, I am Cornbread Capone, and
Hmm.
this is Unpopular Honesty, the home of brutal honesty and real hip hop music. And until next time, everybody, peace and love, because that's what the world needs in a major way. Peace and love.